What's cracking, folks? We send ours to the worthy. Hope you're well. You know who you are. This video here is going to be about the RICO case snitches and cheese eaters that flipped on our RICO case. I'm going to give you guys the facts on the dudes and how that came about, and hopefully you get a little something from it. I'll firstly start with the fat king rat, Travis Burhop. So the guy had been down about 20-something years at the time of the RICO case, maybe a little less, and ain't never done shit worth shit in his life other than sell some drugs, is what he said in his debriefing interviews with the prosecution. He gets jacked up on this RICO case and had way too much weight on his shoulders, more than he can hold up. He's already 450 fucking pounds and greasy. So he decides to flip and throw everybody else under the bus. Well, in his debriefing interviews, in 28 hours worth of them, he claims to the prosecution team that we were the bad guys, we were the boogeymen, we were the big bad wolf, all this crap, and he was involved in multiple attempted murders, and all types of shit. That's what he claimed, right? He also claimed that he bought a couple houses with big drug money, bought his mom a house, his old lady a house, and he even threw his dad under the bus. Snitched on his daddy. And the tricky part is this. He was giving up names to the prosecution team about CDC officers bringing in his dope, his cell phones, and all types of crap, right? But every time he'd get off into it, the prosecutor and the CDCR debrief sergeant, OCS Perryman, would cut the conversation and turn it somewhere else. And they didn't want to know about that. They didn't want to hear about that on record. They didn't want none of that to come out. And yet, some of it did come out in the trial. This is the same guy that the article writer Grant Gruber wrote about, Travis Burhop, the Perjurer, in many articles. And so this guy snitched on everybody, got to keep all his luxury items he bought from drug money, got a date to go home. He got, he made a deal with the government, so he gets to go home, and got up on his stand and committed straight perjury. He also said that he had ordered multiple attempted murders on good dudes, good woods, and I mean, he came with all of it, right? But yeah, he gets to go home for throwing everybody else under the bus. You know, taking responsibility on your own is one thing, but taking responsibility and pointing the finger at everybody else is another. I think it's a cowardly act, and I know my friends believe the same thing. So, like I said, man, I wanted to give you guys a little bit of these snitches in our case and how they really operated, right? This guy, he just didn't have it in his heart to make it throughout this life and uphold his integrity. Integrity is everything. Loyalty is everything. And standing for something with honor is everything. He didn't have none of it. And when the shit hit the fan, he threw everybody under the bus and ran, or rolled. Because, he is a big old fat son of a bitch. And, I just wanted to to do a little video on this, and I got a couple more coming out. So check in, hit the like button, share it, you know, get involved, subscribe, all that. Just beware of these snitches, man. Beware of these snitches, and beware of these tattletales, you know. Motherfucker stand up and takes responsibility. That's an honorable thing when it's on him and it don't affect nobody else. But when you start pointing fingers at everybody else, you're a piece of shit. You know, veiled threats on the YouTube and people making threats on other people, that's some chump shit, man. I say put your name to things, and we'll go from there. But other than that, folks, like I said, we got a couple more videos coming out. So with that said, I'll end this one up. I'll wrap this one up. I'll send mine to the worthy. You guys know.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
Again, be wary of them cheese eaters, because they're out there in abundance. Stay solid, my friends. See ya.